Okay. Well, welcome back to our second Better Together session of 2022. You know, we're in our new format now of first and third Wednesday of the month. Just as kind of things are gearing up for 2022, we want to make sure we stay consistent with the first and third Wednesday as needed. And we know that our focus is TLC and new customers because January is TLC Appreciation Month. So we're going to get some things going with good news and recognition. You know, that's always how I like to start. Hey, Anita. Hey, Karen. Hey, Rhonda. So you guys know that our New Year's challenge is underway. I was just talking to Ashley about this. This is a good one. So we've got our New Year's challenge going for TLC, new TLC customers, first time TLC. So it could be a retail upgrading to a TLC as long as it's their first time, right? Not those repeat. But right now we're offering an additional 10% off our Healthy Skin Bundle for TLC customers on top of their 15% off and free shipping. So it's the perfect way, to see success in this New Year's challenge. So you can win free product, travel, and more when you add new TLCs. That's what's going on in January. So if you've missed it somehow, it's amazing. Since January 1st, I wanted to update you guys on our numbers because I know 2 days I updated you and I think we had like 50 something. So since January 1st, as of this afternoon at about 4 o'clock, I think I ran this report. So if you've gotten a new one since then, it won't be on here, but we have 87 new customers, which is great. And of those new customers, 60 are new TLC customers. And that continues to grow, which is amazing. I love to see that percentage of TLC being way higher than the retail. Just because, the training we did last on Better Together, the value of TLC and that recurring income that you can count on. So the top 10 achievers in 3 categories based on career title are going to win a free Healthy Skin Bundle. So if you remember that you need a minimum of 5 new TLCs to be in there. So if you get those 5 new TLC customers and you're in those top 10 achievers, you get a free Healthy Skin Bundle, and the top achiever from new TLC gets a $1,000 trip voucher, which is amazing. So this challenge is an awesome one to get involved in. And I do want to update you guys. I know I updated a couple days ago, but since my update, we have had one person qualify for our challenge in a career title category, Miss Karen Watson. So shout out to Karen. Absolutely amazing. I think she got her 5th TLC the same day that I gave an update saying she needed one more. So she was like, I'm going to do it. She got it done. She's officially qualifying for the challenge. So, as long as things are going the way they are right now, she'll be in that top 10. So congratulations to Karen. She's on with us tonight. I can see her. So awesome job. And then I also wanted to give you an update on some other ladies who are getting close. So Miss Elizabeth Jordan, you have 3 new TLCs since January 1st. You need 2 to go. And then we have Miss Patty Weber, Valerie Wingate, Margaret Jones, and Cammie with 2 TLCs. Yes, 2, and you need 3 more until you're eligible. So make sure you guys are keeping it up. And I was talking to Ashley, I was like, it's only the 19th. There's so much time until the end of the month to get your 5 to qualify to be entered. Whether it's that top 10 or whether you're going for that number 1, the top achiever, and that $1,000 travel voucher. So an awesome challenge going on this month that perfectly coincides with that 10% off Healthy Skincare Bundle for TLCs. And that will continue throughout January. So anywho, I'm done with my housekeeping and updates. Our trainer tonight has added 10 plus new customers, TLCs, to close our December business challenge. So by the end of December and this month, she's got some new customers too, but October through December, she was absolutely crushing it, growing her customer count. So she's returning to share with us what was working for her, what is working for her, and what she's going to do to continue this, for the rest of January and to come. So please welcome Executive Manager Ashley Hearn. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It really is an honor. I just love this whole company and I love being with all of you, participants also in here. So shoot some comments over, questions, whatever, because I love chatting with y'all.
Yes, that is perfect. We so appreciate you. And that's the best part about this company, right? Being able to learn from each other and having you guys, you leaders who are so willing to hop on and help whenever. So We appreciate you. I kind of want to just dig into the whole TLC thing, obviously, but with your new counts of customers, you have over 10 new, and I'm pretty sure 90% of those are TLC customers. So when we're talking about these new customers, are they all brand new, or are some of them upgrades from retail to TLC?
Yes. So I had to go back and look because I couldn't remember totally, all those new customers. And truthfully, I had more that weren't even in the client list because they just bought from me at open houses and things like that. So they weren't necessarily TLCs, but I was like, wow, I had so many, but let me look at the TLCs. And so most of the TLCs, I would say 75% were new people that I met this fall and that I was connecting with in person. I was doing much more in person in the fall because it was so much safer here. And so that really helped me. And then about 25% were upgrades from people who had been retail clients. And then I really just started getting them hooked on more and more. And it made more sense that they upgraded to TLC.
Yeah, that's perfect. And it really does make so much sense. And I know you're going to get into that later, but I had one or two people reach out to me and just kind of looking for guidance on how to upsell that opportunity even to current customers. So I know you're going to get into that, but it really is so valuable, not just for us, but for them. It just makes sense, like you said. So in terms of the 75% that are new, how are you finding them? I know you said you were doing a lot more in person. What were you up to?
Okay, I did do an open house in November. Most of y'all know we kind of encourage the holiday open houses. I met some new neighbors. I really just tried to reach out to people that had never been here before, and then obviously inviting people that had. Some of those customers were the upgraded ones that sort of came in and they tried more stuff while they were here. And here's the thing about open houses. We always think holiday open house, but guys, we can do an open house whenever. And here's the way that I would do it now. I would call it some sort of 2022 kickoff, even though we're sort of toward the end of January. People are still getting into new routines. You could even do it a Valentine's ladies type event where you have some, like all the pinks, the new crayons. You could, because we didn't have that before, you could do some pink drinks and cookies and things like that. And my last one, which I think is my favorite idea, is I'm going to do this one, a 4th anniversary extravaganza. Anniversary event. That is perfect. And you could do it at the end of January. You don't have to wait until February. You can do it in March. They don't know when our company real birthday is, what date. You can kind of just say, we're celebrating 4 years. Let's have an open house. People told me that I should do this quarterly when they came in November. So I feel like that's kind of the right time. If you had a holiday one, it's kind of the right time. Maybe do it in February and do the 4th anniversary thing, but it's, like incremented throughout the year. And so they come back, they might try some new things. And so, people did love it. I'm going to do it when COVID calms down, but I also live in a warm place. So I thought about setting it up on my driveway.
Oh, that's perfect. Like kind of a drive-by open house type situation. That's perfect.
Then you would really attract neighbors because they'd see everything.
What's going on?
People just chilling and drinking wine and whatever, So that was definitely an in-person idea that I had for y'all. The second thing that really worked for me, and I haven't really done this before this year, but I got brave and started talking to people at doctor's offices. And the reason is I had a medical thing in the fall where I was going to physical therapy and I was going to checkups. And then I finally took myself to the dentist after COVID, I skipped all my dentist things. I got to go to the dermatologist again because I skipped all that. So I just started talking with the office managers a lot because when I checked in, I'm like, I might as well make friends with these people. They are stressed. They, need just to relax for a minute. So I chatted with them. I also try to chat with whoever's in charge and try to make friends with them. So the actual physical therapist that I went to, she was in charge of 2 offices and I just kind of made friends with her. At my dentist's office, I really made friends with the office manager. And let me tell you what happened when I started talking to her. I said, hey, are you guys interested in doing employee gifts? Because I can make things up and I call it a self-care package. and I can bring it to you and you don't have to do any work. You just basically choose the price point.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, that sounds cool. What you got? Kind of thing. And so I pulled out a few products and she goes, I used to sell something like this. She's like, I want to like see your whole catalog. She ended up buying from me herself and talking the dentist into buying everyone in the office gifts.
Oh my gosh.
So like you never know who those people are going to be. We ended up
Right.
connecting on a deeper level because she understands my business.
Right.
So she was able to help me, in that way. With the physical therapist, she said, I don't want to wait till Christmas to get these gifts. I want to get these gifts now because my employees need to be appreciated now. They had someone out sick for 2 weeks and they had to cover. All her administration people had to cover for that person. And she goes, I need to reward them. I want to do $350 packages now. Like, can you get them to me tomorrow? I mean, and I said, not tomorrow, but next week. And she was like, okay. But I am telling you, it doesn't have to be Christmas.
Yeah.
For these offices, it doesn't have to be a doctor's office. It can be a business office. It can be anyone who has workers. They want their workers to stay.
Yes.
They want to make them feel appreciated. You could offer a $25 price point, even all the way up to, 100 if you want.
No,
and what I did was I did 3 price points. I think I started at 50 because these were like, doctors, I feel like they could probably do 50.
Well, let's make it right.
So I said I could do like an under 50 and then an under 80 and then an under 120 or around that. And what I did was I got boxes that were really cute from Marshall's and I packed in there the little shred. And then I put one spa accessory that I bought from Marshall's. So you could do one of those foot scrubber things.
Yeah.
An eye mask. I did a jade roller.
Jade roller. Yep.
Yeah. And you just charge them for whatever that costs. Then you throw in 1 or 2 or 3 products, depending on their price point, and it looks adorable. Okay. So that was how I got a lot of new business. And like I said, some of those were not even in the system. Some of them were, but I would say like bank on that. Anywhere you do business, they should be doing business with you also, and just be brave and tell them.
Yeah. I mean, you have no idea, like you said, what's going on. It doesn't have to be Christmas. I mean, could be someone's birthday, could be them showing appreciation, could be them needing personal products, right? You never know.
Exactly. And have something there with you to pull out and let them try it. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important too.
So that was my second idea for how I'm finding new things. And the third one, I went back and looked at my list and tried to figure out where all these people came from. Yeah. The third place they came from was social media. And that's good news for those of you who are either snowed in or quarantining or whatever,
Right.
So here's what social media has taught me. If you keep showing up over time, you become the expert and people will come to you. If you act like the expert and give advice like the expert, they will trust you. And where do you get these expert advice bullet points? From Gary's Live. Gary Jones is one place, and that is like across the board. I'm sure you guys know one of the best places to get information to be posting and talking about online. If you don't watch his lives, at least watch the recording. Yes. Sometimes at 8:00 at night, I am still putting my children to bed. Tonight I got lucky and they went to bed early, but sometimes they're still wild. So I have to go back, but I sit there and I write notes on something that, my people might be interested in that because I'm interested in that. Let me take a note and then I'll say it on camera again as if I knew what I was talking about. Really, it was just Gary that knew what he was talking about, but I just own it, right?
Yes, 100%. That's what you got to do. I literally posted something this week where I was like, one of my friends asked for a acne recommendation because you show up over time. And sometimes I'm like annoyed because no one's responding. And then she randomly messages me and like, what's your recommendation for acne? So I go to True Product with Gary and I type in acne, and wouldn't you know it, he had done like a 20-minute video on understanding acne. And I just took notes and bam, he's such an awesome resource. I don't know if he's on here, but I love that you just shared that because it's so easy to become the expert when you just listen to Gary.
Yes. But you have to keep putting it out there to people publicly that you are doing this and that you have tips for them. And so 2 moms reached out to me without me talking to them. And they said, hey, I want you to do a little tutorial with my daughter because they're just now getting into having blackheads or having breakouts, or taking care of their skin is important. But the moms know if it's coming from the mom, it may not translate well to the child. But if it's coming from me, who's like an expert or an outside person at least,
Right.
that it might be taken more seriously. One of them was just like, hey, do you have anything for blackheads? And I said, why don't you come over and I'll do the whole regimen for her with what I recommend. And she signed up as a TLC because she wanted the whole core 4 plus the charcoal mask, you know? And so for her daughter, that was perfect. And they got the discount and all of that. The other one, same thing. I did the whole facial with them, and she wanted a little powder, you know, cute little makeup tutorial too. So that's a good idea. If you guys haven't reached out to any moms, just let it be known that you can work with preteens just starting out, teens that are having trouble, and even, you know, the preteen age. So 11 was the one that I did. She was still young. Doing it one-on-one, doing it as a group, a little like birthday party could be fun. You could do it on Zoom or you could do it in person. So those are social media things that happened to me. And then a couple people reached out randomly because they saw that there was a special, and there's one this month too. So post about the pricing, like this normally is not on sale. It is on sale this month. These are our best selling products. And if you were waiting for a sale, now's the time. And I saw you post that too, Logan. Like some of y'all been waiting because you tried samples and
take advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love what you said though about the young skin, because that's something you don't really think about, right? Mostly on Instagram, you're talking to like people that are your age or older, but it's so important to be like, the skincare really does work for anyone. And it's a great acne regimen for a teen too. So I've never even thought to mention that, but I think that's so cool that the moms reached out, and that little facial session, you know, they thought you were the coolest person in the world, and a little makeover. I love that. So that's such a great idea.
Yes.
And then
the last one was I sent samples out to someone who I connected with her because I was following her story. And she wasn't a customer yet. And I was like, oh, I should, you know, keep in touch with her. Maybe it'll come up one day. So we were just chatting, and I ended up sending samples to her. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I said to her in a little bit.
Yay. Okay, perfect. We love hearing exactly what to say. We need a script over here. So that's awesome.
Yes.
So those are your new customers. What about the ones that were retail customers that decided to upgrade? How did you upsell the TLC program specifically?
Well, to me, TLC is the obvious best deal for people. And so it's not as much of an upsell as it is like a best for them type scenario. And I tell them, this is really what I do for everyone now, or most customers now, because I want you to get free shipping and I want you to get 15% off. And if you like more than just the lip gloss or, you know, one $25 item, then you're going to want to do TLC so that you get that extra margin. So for example, one of my customers really only ordered day lotion from me before, and maybe cleanser. But she came to my open house and she tried some anti-aging. And it was like, okay, Janet, this is the next thing I recommend for you, because you have sort of this basic regimen, but you really need to add in a serum. And when you want to do that, you get the extra 15% off and free shipping. So it makes sense. And then we'll reconnect in a couple months and see what you're on then. So that's how really I'm upselling them. They do have to try some new things.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's important, whether it's a serum that they're adding on to the core 4, or just if it's just the cleanser, or it's the color products, right? I've been really trying to kind of highlight those color products, because I feel like we need to get those on people's faces. Our foundation, truly, like, being someone who works for Truora and sells Truora aside, our powder foundation is the best powder I have ever used. It is so good. So getting people to try new things, that's half the battle. And then you're right, when they try those new things, it's kind of like, hey, this makes more sense for you, so why not? So that's perfect. So you said they kind of, they came to your open house. That's how they got trying new things. Okay. Okay, perfect.
You can send samples too. Like if someone has only tried core 4, then squeeze a little serum into a paint cup and deliver it to their house, or, you know, send it in the mail, because if they like the skincare, it's time for them to try, you know, a few more extra steps.
Yeah, for sure. And odds are they're going to love it. So, okay. And then, oh yay, specific words. So what are some specific words you would say when you're doing that? So these people that come to you or the people that you're approaching to try and upsell them, what would you say to them?
Right. I went back and actually looked at a text so that I could see. I wanted to give you guys the words I said to someone who has never tried Truora before,
Okay.
because that new customer is truly the hardest one to get, I would say, because clearly, there may be a further acquaintance. So for me, this person was a family member of mine who was super intimidating to me because she's gorgeous. She is like the most gorgeous girl. She's a little bit younger than me and just like one of those, I don't know. I was just always super intimidated, but I was like, you know what? This is a great idea. I'm going to give her a compliment and I'm going to see how she's doing and if she would give me some feedback. So this is what I said. First, we keep in touch about family stuff. So I said something about the family and I added into the same text. Also, I'm wondering if you would be up for giving me an opinion on some Truora product samples. You have always been someone who I'm sure appreciates good products because you always look gorgeous.
That is perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what'd she say?
She says, sure, I'd be happy to. And then I asked, which kinds of things do you use or are you interested in learning about? And I listed skincare, anti-aging, bath and body makeup. And she replied she was so excited and she's been looking for an eye cream and she always does a night routine. She never misses. So I sent her the Truora sample pack from the app and that was it. But then I told her about the other things she was interested in. So I didn't even send her samples of eye cream, but I upsold her to the eye cream. Okay. And I said, basically, let's see how you like this. And when she got it, she loved it, but she didn't want every piece. She wanted cleanser, toner, night cream because she wanted the night regimen. And I said, okay, awesome. However, you had mentioned you were interested in an eye treatment. And if you add that, you qualify for 15% off and free shipping on the whole order. Yeah. And that was it. And I'm going to do the exact math for you guys in the next question you ask me.
Okay. That is so perfect.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, you never think about reaching out to those people, especially if it's someone who intimidates you, because you assume they have like whatever's working for them, but just truly reaching out, that goes to show you like, it's not going to hurt. People are generally curious about what you're doing. And a lot of them are just probably scared to ask. So that's perfect.
And since then she's added products. She added microderm. She sent me a picture after the first time she used microderm, which is actually this month. She goes, I am telling you, my face is glowing. Look at this picture. She's like, I was so impressed with just that one use. I will be using this twice a week. I love it. And I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
That
is awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that's someone who it's like, she's young. She's using the product. She loves them. It's like, who knows, maybe the opportunity is something that's going to interest her down the line, right? If she ends up falling in love with the product. So you just never know.
The second person I wanted to tell you about is someone that I met in person, and she was a new friend and she was not on social media. Okay. But I had a play date with her and her daughter at the park, and she was just asking me what I did. And instead of saying just I'm a stay-at-home mom or something like that, I was like, okay, so I stay at home, but I also run a business where I represent a really healthy skincare company. And that's all I said. Yeah. And then she texted me later and said her skin's a wreck. She's been looking for something new. What is this all about? That was it. Didn't even send her sample. She just ordered from there. Like I talked to her about what would probably work for her. And that's when she joined TLC.
That's perfect.
And here's my quote. Here's my quote for that. When your mouth is open, your business is open. I don't know who told me that, but my mom says it all the time. So you got to open your mouth, both on social and in person. Your business is closed if your mouth is closed.
Yes, 100%. That's great though, because yes, your mouth is open and your business is open, but also she was probably more inclined to text you and ask about it later because it's not something that you literally just shoved down her throat and tried to sell her on immediately, right? You guys have a relationship. That's that authentic piece that I feel like sometimes is missing. You guys have a connection. You're at the park and you didn't just completely like word vomit Truora at her. This is what I do. happy to share more with you. And then she reached out to you later. So I think that's great.
Exactly.
So those were new customers, right? So what about the ones that your retails that you're selling the TLC program?
So those are really just recommending, now that they've started one or two things as a retail customer, I really recommend you add in this, to your regimen. Or have you tried this? Or have you run out of what you said you were still using before? Like, oh, I'm finishing up my foundation, but maybe next time.
Yeah.
Going back to those people and saying, oh, have you finished this up yet? Because now we can add in a foundation to your next order and you can get the 15% off and free shipping, once you start using a few more of these healthy things. Just asking them if they're ready for something that is healthier and better for their microbiome. Those words, that kind of makes people think, oh, I do need to get something healthier, not just like what's on sale at Target. And so many people tell me for so long, I just got what's on sale at Target. And so I often post, time for a grown-up routine, y'all.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. It's like, we got to stop using what's that brand of the apricot scrub, that everybody used to buy, whatever that is. Yes. Yes. That's exactly what it is. But come on, it's time to do better for your skin too. And I've been trying to push that too, because I feel like 2022, everybody's goal is always health, but they think about it in terms of like body health and what you eat and what you ingest. And I think pointing out, especially to those people, that what you put on your skin is just important as what you're putting in your body, right? It's a huge part of your overall health and well-being. So making sure that those friends as well, who we know have a healthy lifestyle, are doing better for themselves. So I think that's great. Excuse me.
The second part of the question, I don't know if you wanted to ask me a separate question, but I wanted to make sure that we do the math for these people. So I have a little example of how you can do the math for someone to see how much TLC saves them. Because if they're just looking at online prices, all they're doing is like adding it up like full price in their head. They're not really going to be able to see the TLC pricing clearly unless you tell them what the difference is. So if you go with TLC, it's this. If you go with retail, it's that. So here's an example. Let's say the first customer I told you about who wanted cleanser, toner, night cream, right? I would say something like, okay, let me do some math for you, because this is the difference if you were to get our discount. And maybe this is the question I had later. Well, okay. So first I say, I'm going to add these items up and I can get you free shipping and 15% off in our discount club. This is not an auto order thing. It just emails us both after 2 or 3 months. You choose and lets you know you can do another discount and free shipping order if you're wanting anything at that point. And I will call and text you at that time to confirm up everything for you. There is no charge if you decide not to order anything else. This is how I do orders for pretty much all my customers using these types of products. That would be my pitch for them joining TLC, so they know what it is. They know it's not going to auto ship them every month the same kit. That's a scary thing. I'm going to tell them, no, I am your person. I will never let them ship you anything that you didn't agree to. And I am going to reach out to you and make an order work for you. You choose what you want. If you don't need anything, we'll take you out. I always give them the out. People want to know they're not locked in.
Yeah, 100%. Because I feel like there's so many, I'm like, my brain doesn't work, but there was some like activewear company, Kate Hudson's activewear company that it's gonna bother me. But anyway,
I have stuff. Yeah.
Fabletics.
It has an F on it.
Fabletics.
Fab. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So you sign up for it. And I remember the first time I signed up for it, and I literally just kept getting charged $50 month after month after month. And I would look online on how to cancel it. And you can't unless you call in, which is so messed up. So I think it's so important to make sure that your TLC customers know. And that kind of brings me to my next question about keeping up with your TLC's orders. So is that something you do, or do some prefer to edit themselves, that kind of thing?
So I make this my main priority in my business. Every month when I get an email that these TLCs are coming out in a week, they give you 7 days or 10 days or so to edit the order. So I immediately text or Facebook message, however people like me to connect. And I tell them, hey, you are eligible for another discount order coming up next week. If you are ready for anything, please let me know. And I have some suggestions for you right now too. And I'll go, da, 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 I suggest or whatever. If you're not, also let me know and I can delay it for you. And they will write me back with whatever they want to do, or they'll say, oh, I went online myself. Okay. So I make my priority that I am their ballet person. I'm going to do it for them.
Yeah.
Okay. This is another trick. When I sign them up for TLC, I don't usually let them do it on their computer. I just take all their information on the phone. Like I talk to them and I get their credit card and I get their address and everything. Cause I usually know these people or they're friends of friends. They trust me. I make their account and I write their login name and their password. I use their name. So I do Ashley Hearn, Ashley Hearn.
Yeah.
Then I can get into their account whenever I need to and make edits.
Perfect. Yeah.
You know, you're not worried about like it being midnight the night before because you can't call the business center at midnight.
Exactly.
But you can get on there and do it. So I say, take good care of your TLCs. I send them thank you gifts and notes and Christmas cards and all that stuff, handwritten, you know, so that they know they mean the most to me and that I am here for them. And every single month when I do that, they respond to me after just saying, hey, you're eligible for a discount order. They go, thank you for the reminder. They're never bothered by it. They always say, thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for not like letting me go. I want to make sure I get this and that, or I want to delay whatever, but they're like, thank you.
Yeah. So and they have the choice, right? After, even when you send that reminder, they have the choice if they want to go do it themselves online or if they want you to do it. So I think that's perfect. Just making sure that they know that you're their person and you'll take care of it. That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay. So then I wanted to end on this one. If I am sitting in this training right now and I am thinking about a potential new customer, how am I going to sway them towards TLC?
Okay. Potential new customer means hopefully they have already tried some products or like are interested. You've been talking with them. So what I did was I wrote down what I would say. Once they've decided what they're interested in, tell them, okay, I'm going to do the math and I'm going to let you know how we can get the best bang for your buck. I look at this stuff all the time, so I'll figure out the best way. Okay. Then I know already that TLC is going to be the best way, but I got to write it out for them so they can see. So I just figure out what they're looking at and I think about what couple suggestions I might make if it's not quite enough. So here's the example I gave earlier, cleanser, toner, night cream. It's $124 after you add shipping to it, at least to Orlando. Okay. I did not take tax into account because tax made it confusing, but plus tax on both of these examples. Okay. So $124 is the total. Now, those three aren't enough for TLC, but let's suggest the eye cream because that's another thing she said she might use. If, okay, I calculate it. Now, TLC with eye cream, cleanser, toner, night cream. It's only $142. To add a $59 eye cream, it cost her an extra $18. Okay. So then I can tell her, all right, you can get those three for $124, or if you add the eye cream, it's normally $59 and it's going to cost you $18 because I calculated free shipping and a $15 discount in there for you. And that saved you so much money. And you get this eye cream. Like it makes so much sense. And if you were to add the day cream in there, the total would go down.
Yeah. Okay.
So they would be getting another product for free for $4 less by joining TLC. So it's just like literally a no-brainer.
Right.
Especially if they want, you know, something close to like 75-ish dollars, then TLC is like a really easy jump for them.
Totally.
So it's all about having their best interest in mind. It's about having a servant's heart and always knowing that that's what the best way to run your business, because that's how you would want to be treated too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really is just how you spelled it out. Like, it's not like you're trying to pull one over on anyone. You're adding an eye cream and getting it for $18. Like, why wouldn't why wouldn't you want that? And I know that a lot of people's fear is because they're going to get trapped in that like auto ship, whatever. No one wants to be tied down. But I mean, you literally gave us examples for rebuttal for that argument. You are their person. You make sure nothing comes to them without them agreeing to it. So it's kind of like, why not get 15% off and free shipping, and this month an additional 10% off that healthy skin bundle, right? Yeah. That is awesome. Okay. And then I saw a question from Wendy. So if we are not working in person right now, how can we do more virtually, or what can we do to get them on more products?
I'm not working in person either, Wendy.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm doing. Number one, if you live somewhere where you have people around, like a neighborhood, whatever, you can deliver samples to people's doors without contacting them. I mean, as far as like physical, like you don't have to go in people's houses. So you can still offer samples just like I did to Jamie. Hey, I really respect you. You always look gorgeous. You must take care of your skin. Do you mind giving me feedback on, maybe it's like BioLift,
right?
Like maybe it's, okay, I know it's winter and people need, the dry skin fix. Would you try this and tell me what you think? BioLift and night cream or something like that. Drop it off at their door. The other thing with social is go face to face with the camera. So put your camera on, talk about something, do your regimen on the video, post it. If you don't think social media makes a big difference, you obviously maybe are not posting often enough, and maybe you don't think people watch it, but people watch it no matter how many friends you have. Most of my new customers are people I haven't talked to in years, but they're acquaintances that have been sort of following me, and we just like banter sometimes back and forth on Messenger, and that's how we get the new sales. And the last thing that I'll say is just keep your mouth open anytime you're chatting with somebody on the phone, anytime you're out and about at offices or whatever, even if you're driving through doing things, like you've just got to keep your mouth open somehow.
Totally. Yeah. You got to share what you're doing, right? That's so perfect. So, thank you so much for being able to share those examples and specific words to say. It is so helpful to hear it actually in action. And we know that it's clearly working with all of your new customers in the last couple months. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming to share again. And this training is going to be available for replay tomorrow on our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it again, or if you have someone on your team that you think could benefit from some advice to, current customers, upselling TLC, or really just kind of what to say to a potential new customer, because Ashley gave some great advice for how to start that conversation too. So we all know that video is a great way to share on social, especially with what Ashley just mentioned about how being a constant presence on social media. I think a lot of us are sometimes a little bit too impatient when it comes to social media, and we expect immediate success or immediate rewards. But it really is the long game, right? Posting consistently for people to reach back out. So, our app, the Share app, makes it so easy to share different resources. It's important to get your face in front of the camera, just like Ashley said, but I also want you guys to know that we have some awesome new social videos that our new digital marketing team put together, and those are in the app. We also have some new images with the healthy skin bundle on it. So I want to make sure you guys are actually looking in that Share app and sharing those images. We also... we'll be back on February 2nd with Dawn Corey and Tara Keelblock. So make sure you guys are writing down that date, or we won't be back next week. It's February 2nd. And if you haven't already, we have our anniversary event coming up on February 19th. So registration is open for that. You'll see all the event details and registration details pinned to the top of our Facebook group, the Truer Consultant Facebook group. So we make sure I didn't miss any questions. Great training, loved it. Great information. Go, Ashley, you rock. Perfect. Thank you so much again, Ashley. I so appreciate you being willing to share whenever you are asked. You're crushing it. So
yes, we have how many days left in the month? 10, 12, something like that. And y'all, I got to get on the ball. I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you, because I'm behind this month. I did really I guess I did okay in the fall. I did pretty good, whatever.
Crushed it.
But
Yes.
like January, I got to get on my stuff. So I have a whole huge pack of sample containers back there, and I'm opening new products and I'm filling those babies up. I'm going to go live right now because I already have my makeup on, and that's pretty rare in my life. So I'm going to be doing that just alongside you guys. I'm going on a business trip with Jeremy next week, and I'm bringing samples, meeting people, whatever, like, you know, anywhere we go.
Yeah.
It's
Y'all
extra income.
need that $1,000 travel voucher with our business challenge this month too. So y'all send those samples out, upsell the TLC program. Do you have a loyal retail customer who could add one product and get the eye cream for like $18, like Ashley said?
Exactly.
Anyway, okay.
Yay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you guys. And we'll see you 2 Wednesdays from now, February 2nd. Bye, guys.